Hello, it's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and today we're going to take a look at the pentatonic patterns for C major, A minor, and A blues for the ukulele. So let me point out scale pattern up here with the chord shape highlighted, and then the chord fingerings below in the row below it, and that should sort of explain what the highlighting is about. It's always good to be able to see a chord shape within a scale pattern for many reasons. If you want to go back and forth from rhythm playing, it's nice to be able to know a scale that fits in the area of a chord, or a chord that fits in the area of a scale. So I'm going to be playing with fingerstyle, and we'll start with the first pattern here, which is a C over G chord, right? And then the scale for the pentatonic is going to be 2 notes per string, 0, 2, 0, 2 on the third string, 0, 3 on the second, and 0, 3 on the first. Now when you get to the highest note, you're going to come right back down. So play the high note again, and then just walk right back down. 2, 0, 2, 0. So chord, scale. Right? Now, pentatonic patterns, without going into too much theory, are 5-note scales. So there are going to be 5 patterns that are all different and lock into each other on the fretboard of the ukulele. The next pattern, I'm reading these from left to right. The next pattern is going to be here at the 2nd fret, and the chord is going to be A minor. A little bit of a bar there with your first finger at the 2nd fret. Right? And now moving into the scale, it is going to be fingerings 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4. Coming back down. Right? Nice and easy there. If you're using a pick, obviously you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. But if you are using fingerstyle, I'm alternating a lot with I and M, and just to point out that letter names of the fingerings here are P, I, M, and then your ring finger is A. So a lot of scale work is going to be, alternating with those 2 fingers. And that was the 2nd pattern in there over the A minor chord. Okay, so moving now into the 3rd pattern, we're going to jump up to the 5th fret, and we have a C chord, right? Fingered 1, 2, pinky, and then your 3rd finger, right? And then the scale pattern that will fit there is going to be fingers 2, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, and then 1, 3. Coming back down. Okay. Next, we are up to the 7th fret, and the chord there is going to be C over E. Right? So a bar, once again, and then 3rd finger, 2nd finger down. Always good to spell the notes out of a chord, spell the notes out one at a time, make sure everybody's home, make sure everything's working before you go strumming, right? The scale pattern that will fit over this, the pentatonic here, is 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Coming back down. I'm going to play each note twice. Right. That's a good exercise there, and that would actually be 8th notes. So let me kick the metronome on for a little bit of tempo stuff. I'll run that same pattern again. Right? Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, and that was at 60 on the metronome. So I have a lesson coming up that is going to be practice routine, scale practice routine for ukulele, and that's going to talk about how to really drill technique using eighth notes, triplets, 16th notes, and how to work with the metronome and develop a lot of dexterity if you're interested in fingerstyle playing or a pick. Either way will work. And moving over to the last pattern on the right hand side of the page, starting at the 9th fret, and the chord shape is going to be, okay, so we have now fingerings 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Getting really tight up here with the frets, right? Coming back down. I'm sorry. A minor over E. So you'll see on that chord it's an A minor / E. So it's an A minor chord with the lowest note of E. And that's how you say any of those chords. Like for example, the first chord is C over G. And then the fourth chord in is C over E. And this is a simple way to write an inversion on the ukulele or the guitar or the bass. Okay, now to some examples. I start here with the same pattern that we just left off on, and I have an arpeggio, which is a broken chord. Okay, so the ukulele is perfect for that, so it's just right hand, P-I-M-A. P-I-M-A, P-I-M-A. And then this is a little bit of the practice routine that I was mentioning earlier. I-M, 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 I-M. Walk all the way up to the top of the scale, then come back down. And then back into the chord. Right? Okay, number 2 is an example, since I did mention that this is blues, or these scales could be used for blues. This is a good example of like a blues lick, right? Okay, so I'm playing the bass with my thumb, and then getting these other 2 notes coming back to the bass, 3rd and 4th fingers, back to the bass, 3rd and 4th fingers up again to the next 2 notes, bass note, and back. Okay, and then the lick after that. Okay, so let me run that with time for you at 60. Coming in on the and of 4, so we have a pickup. 2, 3, 4. Right? Triplets there. So I'm hammering that first note with my thumb, and then hammering on with my 3rd finger, and then playing that open first string with my 1st finger. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, cool. Number 3 is a pretty basic example. Starting here with bass note open. I need to point out too that I'm using the low G for my bass note. Okay, so bass note, upper part of the chords with I, M, and A, sort of just kind of pulling them out and away from the uke. Then the bass note again, and then to a G11 chord, back to C over G, and then a hammer on, 2-note hammer on this time, right? So that beginning of example 3. Okay, those are the first 2 measures. And then actually pull off, or you could pick it. And then Okay, so let me run the last two measures again. Pull off, pull off. Here we go. Hammer on from the 2 to the 3. Pull off to the 2. Pull off to the open. Okay. Pull off on the 4th string to the open, and then 3rd string open, and then a grace note slide from 2 to 5. Sorry. So almost maybe like a bluegrass lick. Okay. Number 4 is over A minor. And once again, arpeggio. Arpeggio means broken chord. So instead of or strumming all the notes at the same time, you're breaking them apart, one at a time. This is an arpeggio. Okay, now the A minor 9 after that is simply just taking my 2nd finger off, and I'm getting that note from barring here with my 1st finger. So 2nd finger down, 2nd finger off. Okay, and then that's the 2nd measure in. Let me run those 2 measures for you with time at 60. Ready, go. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sweet. Now we are going to move to the next thing, and that is this thing. So pulling off from 7 to 3 and then again to open. So, and then finishing with the 2nd string open. Okay? Then so those last 2 measures are once again with time. Ready, go. Okay, so that would be centered around like an A minor key or tonality, and hopefully this has been pretty cool for you to start placing some basic chords and some scales that go right along with it. Really important to have an understanding of both, because the ukulele is capable of both, right? And should point out that the practice routine for scales for the ukulele is going to be coming up on the website. Also, please check the lesson archive for any tunes or other instructional things that can help you with your playing, and contact me regarding lessons. I am teaching on Skype, Uvu, Yahoo Messenger, Windows Live, and webcams, and it's a wonderful way to learn. So anyway, I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.